When it comes to football in the Commonwealth of Virginia, there is no bigger game than the battle for the Commonwealth Cup. Rivals, Virginia and Virginia Tech, have played every season since 1923, and since 1996, they have played for the Commonwealth Cup. Since the Cup's creation, the Hokies have won 20 of the 24 matchups, including 15 straight from 2004 to 2018. Despite Tech's dominance for a decade and a half, the rivalry is as strong as ever. This can be attributed to the close nature of the last two matchups between the schools. Back in 2018, the Hokies welcomed the Cavaliers to Lane Stadium, having 14 consecutive wins over UVA. A tight game all the way. The game was tied at the end of regulation and went to overtime. In the extra period, following a Virginia Tech field goal, Virginia's signal caller Bryce Perkins lost a fumble recovered by the Hokies' Emmanuel Belmar, extending the streak to 15 consecutive wins. When the teams met again in 2019, Virginia had only one thing on its mind: to end the streak. Once again, the game came down to the wire. Tied at 30, Perkins led a long drive, leading to a go-ahead field goal with just 1 minute and 23 seconds left. On the following possession, Tech quarterback Hendon Hooker fumbled, and Virginia recovered the ball in the end zone for a touchdown. The 15-year streak was over. Now, the Hokies look to take the Cup back in 2020, while the Cavaliers look to start a streak of their own. The teams enter this year's rivalry matchup on wildly different trajectories. Virginia Tech has lost each of its last 4 games, including back-to-back blowouts against Pittsburgh and Clemson. After a 1-4 start to the season, Virginia has won their last 4 games. Despite the recent results for both programs, Hokies head coach Justin Fuente says that nothing that has happened in the past matters.
I believe, previous outcomes have very little effect on future events. So, this is a new game.
Just like most things in 2020, this matchup has severely been affected by COVID-19. The rivalry clash was expected to be played in September, but had to be postponed after coronavirus outbreaks within the Hokies locker room.
When I called Bronco and we canceled or moved back the first game, we just shared a moment of, can you imagine making it till mid-December?
Due to the pandemic, the game will also be played without the usual crowd of 66,000 people that pack Lane Stadium on game days. According to Assistant Vice President of University Relations Mark Ozarski, the governor of Virginia has given no leeway when it comes to putting fans in the stadium.
The governor has decided for us in Virginia that there will be no fans in Castle for basketball. There are no fans in Lane for football.
This matchup will be the first ever Commonwealth Cup played in December, but despite all of these changes, one thing is clear. These teams don't like each other, and another battle will ensue to crown the top team in the state for 2020.